Reality recap.
Hi, Evelyn. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion, of course.
I look like the slay. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and not supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Tamara?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory is a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the
Reality recap. Reality recap.
I just love my new intro, guys. Hey, it's your girl V with Reality Recap here for another Tea Talk session. Today, we are recapping this past Tuesday's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. Yes, I know I'm a little late, but always on time, as I always say. I just wanted to touch on the episode. I didn't feel like it was that great of an episode, but there were a few things that I wanted to just recap for you guys so you're up to speed with what's happening with this season. I always say, if I had to choose a season right now or a cast, to me, Love and Hip Hop Miami is definitely delivering way more than Atlanta right now. I think with Atlanta, because everything has already unfolded online with Scrappy and the new baby, and we know that it is his baby, and we already learned how they, conceived the baby. This is kind of like too little too late, if I would say, but we definitely are going to get into it. I just want to address 3 things from this episode. That would be Scrap and Bambi, their current situation that's playing out, what's happening between Kirk and Rashida and Mandecees and Yandy, and then also the sit down that Scrappy had with his mom, Mamma Dee, at the end of the episode. It's really all that happened here. Outside of that, the cast that stayed in London did perform with Spice, and that went well. Congrats to them. That was a huge opportunity, and a huge opportunity that Spice shared with them. So that was dope of her. Positive vibes there. But let's get into it. So at the beginning of the episode, Bambi talked about how Scrap called her or texted her in the middle of the night, seemingly trying to spin the block or hang out with her or, whatever he was trying to do with her. And he was kind of using this situation with Mamma Dee being in the hospital saying like, oh, my mom's dying. I need your support. I need you or whatever. And she declined to be around him in that moment. And after that, he started to treat her poorly, not speak to her, negative energy around. And, I was kind of rolling my eyes at this because, again, this is all already unfolded online, right? So we already seen where Mama D is in the hospital videotaping herself and how her blood pressure ran up because of the rumors and that was online about Scrappy having another baby. So was she dying? No. Was she sick? Yes. And the blood pressure is a very serious thing. I think from what she said on the episode, it definitely, shot through the roof for her. But it seemingly did feel like he was, using that to try to get closer to Bambi, and she wasn't having it. She's not trying to spin the block. She's good on that. She's just trying to have a good co-parenting relationship and, a cool bond between her and Scrap. He, in my opinion, was very childish about it. I don't know. I'm not going to say he's childish about it, but he was saying that he did not speak to her because of him being in his own head and what was going on back home with Mama D and him not being there. Very well could be the case. But I do also feel like Carly and Amy put him on Front Street about him having this alleged baby. And he doesn't know how to kind of deal with that getting back to Bambi without him knowing what's going on and his business really coming out online before he could even grasp what was going on. It was already out there. If you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't unless you're under a rock or if you're not paying close attention to my page and my recaps. But Scrap was on a dating show. He had a dating show on, I want to say it was Carly's fiance or husband's network, the TV Now network, with Chaotic, where they were doing a dating show. They were looking for love. And Scrappy picked one woman that he, wanted to start a relationship with, yet he had another connection on the show. And he did not choose her. But after the show, apparently, they had a threesome, and the one that he did choose said that in the middle of the threesome, she had to go to pick up her child from school. How noble of her. And the one that he did not choose, Shakira, she stayed behind. They continued their little escapades, and she ended up pregnant. So, what I'm really learning from this episode is like he doesn't know this woman at all, and he got her pregnant. Like, doesn't know anything about her, and they, you know, allegedly at that point she was pregnant, but we do know now, yes, it is his baby. So I just think that I don't know. All around with Scrappy, even in his conversation with Mamma Dee, when she's trying to talk some sense into him, like, chill out, you're doing too much, and he's trying to make like he's such a healed together man, and I just don't get that from Scrappy. Not from his lives. I don't get that from him, where he's always on a drunk rant or preaching. Like, who are you to preach to us? Like, bruh, please. Seriously. But I don't know. I just think that hurt people hurt people. I don't think that he's healed. I don't think that he's over how he fumbled Bambi in that relationship. He was recently online saying that he has a new boo that doesn't like the limelight and he's keeping it to himself. You know, it's all a facade to me. Even Bambi's relationship, like she's online with this guy that I personally think that is using her for clout. I think his name is Ray Face. He's an up and coming rap artist. I can't even say up and coming. He's just a rap artist from Atlanta. And they're spending a lot of time together. He's showering her with a bunch of gifts. I'm pretty sure from what I saw of him giving her a promise ring on one knee that he will be on the new season of Love and Hip Hop ATL. And I feel that he's using her to step up his clout, to step up his recognition, and help his own music career. It's really how I feel. I hope not, because she seems head over heels for him. But that's just the perception that I get from watching him on social media and how much he's involved in her social media. And I don't know. I'm a little leery of the situation, just being honest. I think both of them need to take a step back. Neither one of them are healed. They just got a divorce 2 seconds ago. Scrappy has another baby here, brand new baby. He's out all the time. He's, out clubbing. He clubbing with the baby mama. It's just a lot has transpired in such a short amount of time that I don't believe either one of them are over it or in a place that they are in these new relationships without just using them in a codependency manner to just getting along to get along is how I feel. You know? Other than that, in the episode, Rashida and Kurt meet with Yandy and Mandecees. Yandy and Mandecees have not really spoke to Rashida and Kirk since the season finale of the last season where they had the ciphers of the A concert. Jasmine showed up. Kurt and Rashida skated out with while Jasmine kind of stayed behind with her friend who they, accused Mandecees of being at their bar a lot. They allege that they have a friend that has been messing with Mandecees, but is afraid to come forward. So I guess they're going to come forward for her. Yandy got in their face and, it was almost an altercation. Now, they said that they really haven't heard from Rashida or Kurt after that at all. They went ghost while they're taking a lot of heat online for what Jasmine has said and the things that were alleged about Mandecees. A lot of people trying to find things on Mandecees, talking about their marriage. And they really felt like they've taken a lot of heat. They sit down with them and nothing got resolved in the conversation, if you ask me. Rashida's sitting there acting like she had no clue that this happened at the Cyphers of the A concert, where there was almost an altercation and the things that Jasmine said. Yet she said in her confessional, well, I did hear some things, but everybody says things. She's just making like she was so oblivious to it, which I don't believe. And it just also felt like, even if you had just heard things and didn't know for sure, if you heard something as close as her and Yandy tend to be on this show, you should have reached out to her. Kurt, on the other hand, is surprisingly acting like, well, I mean, people are not just pulling this out of the blue. So, Jasmine, what Jasmine said, people just have to put two and two together. So are you telling us, Kirk, that everything Jasmine said about Mandecees is true, yet we're supposed to believe that nothing she says about you is true? Come on. So you're pretty much incriminating yourself, if you ask me, when it comes to Kurt. And then they asked Kurt too, like, well, have you ever been in a situation where Mandecees was doing something incriminating? I plead the fifth on that one. He really throwing Mandecees under the bus here. And I was just, I don't know why I would be shocked by anything Kirk does, but it was kind of just like, if he guilty, I'm pretty sure you're guilty. Your hands are not clean. If you really want us to think that you deleted your conversation with Jasmine because you like to cleanse your phone of negative energy, okay, Rashida fell for that. I'm not. Neither is the world. But I just thought that nothing got resolved there. Rashida's acting oblivious. Kurt acting like he don't want to say too much because he know too much, alluding to what Mandecees is doing. It's really giving, let me get the attention and focus off me and let it be on you. Your turn. He tag your it is basically what it's giving. Also, side note, there was an interview that hit the internet this week where Rashida and Kurt were talking about their marriage and how Kurt mentioned that Rashida, her hands aren't clean either. And that she's done things also, she's got her lick back. I don't know if he thought that was going to turn the world against Rashida or what, but it was kind of like, well, good for her. you you deserve a lick back. Like, come on. The amount of nonsense you did, you up at the cabin in the hot tub with the girls and doing whatever you did with them. This Jasmine chick, which was totally disrespectful. He had her in a whole apartment acting like he was gonna leave Rashida, named the baby, had a baby on Rashida, named the baby Cannon with a K like the rest of his children. Like, he had a whole other life going on. So if she got her lick back, I ain't mad at it. I'll allow it. That's what I said under the post when I saw it. I'll allow it. Like, who am I to allow it? But yes, I did. But I mean, overall, this season is, I don't know. I'm honestly looking more forward to the next season where we'll probably see more of what is really going on with Bambi and Rayface. I think Amy would probably be on there with her husband, fiance, Dwight Howard, and getting their insight on all this stuff. Royce Reed is saying, I'm like looking ahead at this point because everything that's unfolding here, we're already known for months. So that's all I really have as far as my thoughts on Love and Hip Hop. Lord, I ain't even put them up on the screen. So there you go. That's who we was talking about this entire time. But come back a little later, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be recapping the first part of Real Housewives of Salt Lake reunion, as well as at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will recap the season 5 finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So make sure you guys set your alerts, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hopefully this season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta will kick up a little bit more for us, get a little bit more exciting. I'm personally, like I said, more into Miami right now. But it is your girl V with Reality Recap. And like I always say before I end my shows, reality TV stars are humans too. Don't forget that. See you back here soon, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I'll be recapping Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Y'all have a great Sunday. Peace.